welcome to the Connections Podcast, where we connect emotional safety concepts to your business and your business to your goals. My name is Marissa Krupa, and I'm the founder of Emotional Safety Institute, the sponsor of this podcast. You can find out more about ESI and the business coaching services I offer at emotionalsafetyinstitute.com. In this podcast, we'll explore how emotional safety will help you as a business owner or business leader to grow your business in a long-lasting way while uplifting and benefiting those around you. Believe it or not, they are not mutually exclusive. You can earn profits and help others at the same time. Keep listening to learn more. In our inaugural episode, we're going to start out with a recent training I took from a company called MANT. That's spelled M-A-N-D-T. This training began in the late 1970s, and the company has updated and innovated their training with evidence-based studies and biomechanics since then. You can find out more about MANT at their website, mantsystem.com. That's M-A-N-D-T system.com. MANT training is most commonly used with schools, mental health facilities, nursing homes, and prisons. The training provides staff with a safe way to restrain people in their care. However, the focus of the training is on building healthy relationships to the point where staff don't even need to put hands on a person. The trainer from my class said that in the over 15 years she's been in the classroom, she's only put hands on students 3 times. That is the power of building healthy relationships. This is the part that business owners and everyone, frankly, can benefit from. The MANT training was jam-packed, so I'm going to take one small nugget for each podcast episode to share on. Today, the idea of building healthy relationships begins with the concept of relationships between staff. When staff feel comfortable with each other, they are better able to offer what is needed to the people they serve. We've all been to a restaurant where the front of house and the kitchen staff get along like a well-oiled machine. How do we know this? Because our dining experience is seamless and lovely from start to finish. Rarely do we recognize this phenomenon because we've come to expect it. And every customer or client, even for your business, comes to expect the same thing. Yet, when we go to a restaurant where there is conflict between the front of house staff and the kitchen staff, we know it right away. The waiter is huffy, distracted, or inattentive, or the food is poorly prepared, or it's cold, or what have you. Sometimes the service is so bad we complain. When staff-to-staff relationships are poor at a restaurant, it's a painful experience, and we can recognize it right away. All customers have the same experience no matter what the business is. I'll give you another example from my own life. Years ago when I was in my 20s, I had a dentist who everyone said was really good. In fact, he was. However, he treated his staff poorly, and from the hygienist to the receptionist, the staff were afraid of him. One time when I came in for an appointment, the dentist and the receptionist had just stepped out of their conference room, and a disagreement had taken place of some kind. The receptionist said to the dentist, "Are we finished here?" I was like, whoa, I could tell she was steamed. I asked her if she was okay. She said she was fine, but I knew she wasn't by the tone of her voice and the look of her face. Later, after my cleaning, I paid close attention to the dentist. The exam seemed to go okay, and I didn't notice anything that was a red flag. However, at the time, I was much more passive than I am now. I was young, I was only like 26 or 27, and I listened to everything that healthcare professionals told me without really considering what I wanted or needed, let alone what my body wanted or needed. A few months later, I went back for my next cleaning, and the hygienist that I had liked so much had left. When I asked where she went, none of the staff would tell me. I couldn't remember her last name, so I had no way to look her up. During the exam, I realized that all the assistants were new too. For me, that was the final straw. I realized that any dentist who treats their staff so poorly to the point where they quit frequently is not someone I want to trust with my teeth. I found another dentist and stayed with them until I moved to another state. The staff there were happy, congenial, and the hygienist was knowledgeable and professional. The dentist's knowledge was actually better than the first dentist, and her bedside manner and her care were excellent. Her staff stayed with her for years. As a result, I didn't fear going to the dentist as my teeth challenges increased, and I was able to cope with them and care for my teeth well under this new dentist's care. Whether you know it or not, customers, vendors, partners, and people of all kinds interacting with your business are picking up on the subtle communication cues on whether there is harmony amongst the staff or not. Staff discord can spill over into customer relations, like what happened at my old dentist. It can create more challenging vendor relationships, resulting in unfavorable contracts. Staff discord and how to handle conflict amongst staff can end partnerships. We'll handle how to deal with conflict in a future episode, so make sure you subscribe. For now, here are some reflection questions you can ask yourself to begin to explore how to improve staff relationships with your business. If you have no staff and are a one-person operation, apply these questions to how you relate to your customers, clients, vendors, and partners. You'll benefit the same. Have you ever given staff-to-staff relationships in your business any thoughts? What are they like? How do you know? If you don't know, how would you find out? What is your relationship with your staff like? How do you know? Have you ever asked your staff? If you don't feel comfortable asking, how would you find out? How long do your staff stay employed with you on average? What are the most common reasons your staff leave you? If you've never asked for this information, how might you ask for it in the future? Finally, how many repeat customers or clients do you have? How do you know what their customer or client experience is like from start to finish? How might you find out this information? Thanks so much for listening to the Connections podcast. I hope you gained something that will help you grow and help your business grow. Live wisdom chats are sometimes included as Connections podcast episodes. Live chats and wisdom with me, Marissa Krupa, happen every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. You can join the conversation live by downloading the Wisdom app and following Emotional Safety Institute at ES-Institute. If you'd like to explore how Emotional Safety Institute can help you with the questions and concepts in this podcast, get in touch at emotionalsafetyinstitute.com. And don't forget to subscribe to this podcast wherever you listen to your podcasts. Thanks for listening, and let's connect soon.